Hello, everyone, and welcome to TVCaptive.com presents the As Seen on TV podcast for Supernatural Season 9, Episode 14, Captives. I'm your host, Dom, and with me I have my beeping friend, Mike.
Beep, beep, I'm a Jeep. I'm trying not to laugh right now.
Why not?
Because I know something's coming.
What's coming?
Would it be a certain goat?
No, not... That would be just amazing if the goat just screamed right now, but... No, what's coming is, the goat.
I was right. I win.
Really? That was it? Come on.
What's happening, guys?
Damn it.
This
Whatever.
is an episode.
And
So
Clio.
professional.
Clio, how's it going?
Good.
When am-
Marveling at the incompetence of this team.
No.
Yes. We're always very professional and well prepared. We never have to do second takes. We never have to do the countdown more than once. We're always ready to go.
I feel I
Don't
should...
silence our cell phones.
It's silent. I feel I should explain
Yeah,
myself.
you said that last time too.
It is. Look, see? Ringer volume. 0. Anyway, I should explain myself. Yesterday, when I turned on my internet for my phone, because it was off for a couple days, all of a sudden, the goat screamed 50 times in the course of about 7 or 8 seconds. Omi heard it. It just like... Oh, here it goes. Say like this. It's really just... It's vibrating constantly in my hand. It's not even screaming. But
I don't know what I would do if I heard that 50 times in a row.
it was hilarious.
That's almost funny.
This is every tweet, Facebook message, and email I've gotten since yesterday.
Oh my god. Turn it off. Turn it off.
No, I'm gonna let it finish.
And I...
All right, it's not done.
So
It's done.
Mike was
Okay, now it's muted.
Mike was trying to convince me that we were gonna have a third take because we've already had 2, and I'm not letting that happen. So we're just gonna continue right through this. So,
What?
what'd you guys think of this episode?
It was good.
It's our first Supernatural episode in 3 weeks. It was good, even if it was shitty, which it wasn't. It was good.
Oh, this is probably my favorite episode of this season so far.
It was really good. Well, when we get to the episode, I had a thought about it after watching it. But I think.
Chrissy, you in particular, what'd you think of this episode?
I was happy to see Kevin.
So
I knew
was
you
I.
would be.
And sad to see Kevin.
As soon as I saw it, and I was like, Kevin, I was like, Chrissy's gotta be, like, sitting there clapping, like, she's so happy right now. Were you clapping?
No, but what was my reaction?
What was your reaction? That's
It
what
was
I'm
more of
asking.
a squee.
A squee.
Yeah.
So you're a Pokemon now?
No, squee. That's what fangirls do.
Oh. If you can't tell, I've never played Pokemon. Anyway, so there's a ghost in the bunker. We haven't had any ghosts in a while, so what were you guys thinking at that point?
2 things. 1, clever taking it back to a baddie we haven't seen in a while. 2,
I mean, the last one we
that way
saw
it's
was
not
what?
Kevin.
The
Huh?
last one we saw was what, Bobby?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Taking it back, and 2, it had to be Kevin. There was no way it wasn't Kevin.
For whatever
Yeah.
reason, I didn't think Kevin until they said it had to be a recent death. And I was like,
Oh.
Kevin? Like,
I knew immediately. I was like, it's gotta be Kevin!
well, because you've been pining over his loss. You've been really wanting Kevin back. So that's like the only thing you've been thinking about forever.
I mean...
Me?
I
didn't find
figured
Kevin
it
that
was-
interesting.
What?
I said I didn't find Kevin that interesting, so he's not always in,
Okay, no, I
the
honestly
thought of
didn't
my mind.
hear you.
I thought you were like, what? Like, how could Kevin not be important to you?
Whatever, you're allowed your own opinion, even if you're wrong.
What?
Hmm.
So, I don't know. I'm going to be directing a lot of these questions directly at you, Clio.
That's fine.
So Kevin just outright called Dean out on being this self-righteous, pretty much douchebag.
Ouch.
Yeah, that's all you've been complaining about. So what was going through your mind when what was going through your mind when Kevin actually said those words?
I was fucking cracking up. Because Kevin didn't even know that Dean could hear him at that point. And he was just like, stop throwing yourself a pity party. And I was like, yes! Finally!
What'd you think
Dean
about it,
hears
Mike?
these words.
I liked it. Of course, of all times for Kevin to break through the veil or whatever, that was the perfect opportunity.
Yeah. As Archon D mentions in chat, he seemed rather at peace being dead.
Yeah.
I think he's had time to accept it.
Yeah. Definitely
I
has.
think he's glad he doesn't have to read the tablet over and over again.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
he's...
that's kind of some peace there. You know all that stuff was like going through his mind. Like he's trapped in this world of all the angels, like all the prophecies and everything, and like I'd go insane.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you? What was I gonna ask now? I just totally blanked out. Oh, Kevin, he seemed to get a hold of the whole communicating with the living rather quickly compared to Bobby. Why do you think Bobby, who had been in this business for so long and had been around ghosts and knew how they worked and everything, why do you think it took Bobby so long to communicate with Sam and Dean, but Kevin not quite as long?
Kevin's smarter than Bobby.
They both have a different kind of smart, and I don't think
True.
that's it. I think the rules have changed. Heaven's closed. There's a whole new set of rules, and everything's backlogged. So things slip through the cracks, and I think just Kevin found those cracks pretty quickly.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense because they did mention that the ghosts were all the spirits were kind of trapped in this the veil, like right there on Earth because there is no heaven. So without heaven,
there's nowhere to send anybody.
Does that mean there's no purgatory either?
Purgatory's for monsters.
Purgatory's for
It's
monsters.
only for monsters.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, purgatory's something different than our definition of purgatory.
Right.
But I assume that everyone who's stuck in the veil are people who are supposed to go to heaven but can't because there is no access to heaven. Like people who were supposed to go to hell are sent to hell. Like right. I'm pretty sure those rules are the same.
I wonder if Crowley is going to come up with some kind of plan to take all the spirits from the veil and try to force them to hell.
Probably.
That's interesting. I could explain why Crowley's taking so long getting the knife.
True, but didn't he say he had to search the bottom of the ocean?
Yeah, but come on, it's Crowley. He'd do that in like a week.
Bottom of the ocean.
He'd do that in like a day.
He'd do that in like a day.
Crowley would just be like, hell demons.
Exactly.
Go find Nemo.
He'd get some other bitch to do it, and it would take like 5 seconds.
Yeah. Demons
Crowley's
don't need to breathe.
doing something else.
Yeah, Crowley's definitely up to something else because his buddy Dell, right? Is that the guy's name? Dell?
Is that his name? I don't know.
the demon.
The demon intern.
Yeah, the demon intern Dell. He's trying to make a call to Crowley. He said he hadn't been answering.
He hadn't been answering Blood Radio either, which means, he's somewhere real off the grid.
Right, so Blood Radio, it's not just hell, right? So that doesn't necessarily mean he's not in hell, but just basically means he doesn't want to pick up at this point.
Yeah, I guess.
So
maybe it is just a call to hell, the bowl of blood, but I don't remember. I don't think they really explained those rules very carefully.
No, they never did.
Which is good because if you have these ambiguous rules, then if you need to tweak something later, you can without much question. So
yeah.
But Kevin's very adamant that his mother's still alive at this point.
Yes.
Previously, Crowley had mentioned that she was not dead. And did we believe Crowley? I don't remember because it's been a while since we've had this discussion. But did we think Kevin's mom was still alive?
I think we were torn on it. I think I was with the Crowley. I don't remember. Someone was with the Crowley's screwing with him, and someone else was with the no. She's got to be alive. It's would make an interesting plot point later.
Right.
Yeah, because I think I was thinking that he was lying, but then I was also thinking he's under the effects of the human blood, so maybe he's telling me the truth.
Maybe.
I didn't know.
Oh yeah, because he was injecting Kevin's blood into him at that point. I remember that now. Yeah.
What a creep.
Yeah. So then we find out from Kevin about this lady Candy that had recently died and had seen his mother not but a week ago, and claimed that she was still alive. Did you think Candy was a reliable source at this point, or did you think she was somebody working with Crowley?
I thought maybe I thought she was dumb as rocks. I mean, whenever you hear in TV or something, whenever you hear somebody named Candy, they're either a stripper or a hooker.
She very well could have been.
Yeah,
True.
I think she was a hooker. She was an escort.
Mm-hmm.
So
for a senator or something. But
that's what they made it seem like.
I didn't think she was a Crowley agent. That would have been interesting. But I felt like, why would a woman named Candy who is deceased have any reason to lie?
True, there is that.
Did she have licorice lips?
Oh God, strawberry body glitter.
No, she had that lipstick with the nonpareil stuck in it.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Anyway.
she could have my junior mint.
Oh
God. We'll make a couple of Sour Patch Kids.
All right. Let's move on. Go.
Put my push pop in her whatchamacallit.
Oh.
You couldn't have come up with a better word than whatchamacallit?
Come on.
Oh, Henry.
I'm working with Candy here. What can I say?
There's a candy called whatchamacallit?
Yes.
There's a candy called Oh, Henry.
There's a candy called whatchamacallit. It's by Hershey's.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Next time Omi's on, ask her about the innuendos hidden in Canadian chocolate bars.
Okay.
Okay, sorry for the really bad candy puns, but it had to be done.
Sorry.
Candy buns.
So do you think the Veil is going to be something that we end up exploring more this season, next season? Because we've already kind of established the fact that there's been talks that they can continue Supernatural on for another 19 seasons if they wanted to. So Veil is something we really have not explored yet.
Yeah, because there's been no reason. I think we'll explore it as far as till Heaven gets fixed.
Probably, yeah. I mean, we've never had to explore it because it was just the odd ghost that got stuck for whatever reason, that got bound. Mm-hmm. So there was never really any reason. Now it's, from the sound of it, it's fully populated.
Yeah.
You know, it's like become its own little subdimension. So, like,
yeah.
Maybe we'll explore it. Maybe we won't. Who knows? Maybe they'll continue communicate. No, Kevin got taken. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. How long do you think this Heaven thing is going to last? Do you think it's something... It does not seem like it's something that's going to be resolved at the end of this season. We're on episode 14. We're just a little over halfway through the season. And it seems... We definitely, by the way, since the break happened, we have official confirmation Supernatural has been renewed for season 10.
Okay.
So we know it's at least going on one more season. Do you think, knowing that they're going to wrap up this storyline at this point, or do you think that this is something that they already kind of planned, that they were definitely going into season 10? Do you think Heaven's not going to be resolved till then?
I think... I want to say that they're going to resolve it by the end of this season. Because usually an issue, for past Supernaturals, an issue that's plagued them at the beginning of the season is resolved by the end. I mean, they started with the whole trials thing last season, halfway through?
Don't forget season 1 through 3.
Yeah.
That was one cohesive story of trying to end the apocalypse, basically.
That's 1 through 5, actually.
Yeah.
But the main thing of season 1 was, catching up to their dad to get to the demon. That ended. Then it was getting revenge on the demon in season 2. And then season 3 was making sure Deedon didn't go to hell, which they failed. And season 4 was stopping Lilith from breaking the seals,
Right.
which she did.
Right.
And then
Also-
season 5 was stopping the
No,
apocalypse.
they failed that too.
Yeah, they failed. That's what I mean. Sorry. And then, season 6 was get Sam's soul back, which
They
only took
fail
half.
a lot, don't they?
Yeah. Season 7 was kill the Leviathans, and now season 8, the trials didn't even start until halfway through, and that was
Okay.
completely resolved by the end. So
Okay.
I have a feeling this will be resolved by the end, and then Crowley's going to come back and be a dick, and that'll be the focus of season 10.
Well, I don't know. They could wrap it up this season.
Mm-hmm.
Wrapped up bigger things quicker.
They definitely have
But-
Leviathans.
But it could be a thing that carries over to season 10, and then that's how everything ends.
Very true.
Because they still... Didn't they... They still have their whole plan of closing the gate... Or they failed that already. Closing the gates of
They
hell.
stopped. That was
They
the whole
stopped it,
thing.
yeah.
Right.
That was the whole reason Sam got possessed by an angel this whole season in the first place. But
Yeah,
Right.
Sam would have died otherwise.
Ain't
I have a theory now. At the end of this season, Metatron's dead, Gadriel's dead, all that's done, but they still haven't fixed Heaven. The main antagonists are gone, but the problem still exists.
I think they're gonna need.
They're gonna need Metatron.
Well, see, now I'm thinking that as soon as I started to say that, I was like, no, I don't think they need Metatron. I think they believe they need Metatron at this point. But is it just me, or are they setting Castiel up to be God?
They already tried that.
They've tried it, but it seems even more that they're kind of pushing in that direction, because he's even further stating he doesn't want to be the leader. He's not a leader. And now he's gained followers, so he's almost... I want to compare him to Jesus at this point,
I mean,
where
I don't
he's
think
starting
we
to
can
gain
call
these
him God.
apostles.
I don't think we can call him God, but perhaps leader of heaven when heaven gets restored.
Yeah, they'll probably put him in the place of, the archangels, which are all gone now. So
Yeah.
I could see that, but I don't think they're... Because the last time he set himself up to be God, as when they summon death, as he put it, you're just a mutated angel about to explode.
Yeah. Well, that's because he had swallowed all the Leviathan, whatever.
I think
Yeah,
that's
he
because he
swallowed
was
all the
trying to be
souls.
God at that point, and this time he's not, which makes it seem more likely that they could put him into that role because he doesn't want it.
Yeah.
It's possible.
I don't know. I've got a very big apostle kind of feeling off of those angels following him at the end.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. But leading up to that, we had Bartholomew. Castiel's kind of like researching information about Bartholomew, and Bartholomew actually takes Castiel in under his wings, brings him to I don't remember that dude's place, but we'll just call him Buddy Christ. Brings him to Buddy Christ's big campaign house.
Yeah.
Buddy Boyle, that was his name.
Buddy
I
Boyle.
forgot.
Buddy Boyle.
Very close to Buddy Christ there.
Yeah, that's why Buddy Christ was the first thing that popped into my head, Dogma. But yeah, he tries to get Castiel to join his team. What were your guys' impression of the whole kind of order that Bartholomew had going on there?
Gary,
Yeah.
bunch of demons giving Cass the stink eye.
Basically,
Bunch of angels giving Cass the stink eye, basically.
yeah.
Yep.
No, Castiel seemed slightly impressed with it, to a point, until Bartholomew was forcing him to torture angels. I mean, Castiel's already done that kind of stuff. Like, he doesn't want to do it again. He doesn't want to be a torturer again. You know?
Are you pronouncing it Bartholomew?
Was I?
Or am I hearing things?
Maybe I was. Was it Barthandalus?
Sure, no, it's Bartholomew, but yes, it's Barthandalus. It's Bart Simpson. Fuck.
I just
Bart
just
Simpson?
call him Bart.
Okay.
Mhm.
He's dead now.
Anyway, also, he's dead now. Didn't that seem like it was just not satisfying for anybody else?
Well, it
I was
wasn't
expecting that.
supposed
I was expecting some big lead up and some, epic confrontation, and
Well, no.
Cass gets the upper hand, and it was just that.
to. That's the point. It wasn't supposed to be.
I guess, yeah, you're right. It wasn't
Because
supposed to.
Cass didn't want to kill him. He didn't want to be killing anymore, and he had to.
And it happened so quick. I mean, we were watching it earlier, and Nikki she's watching. She's like, All of a sudden, she looks away for 3 seconds, and then she hears it. She looks. She's like, "What the fuck just happened?" Well, I'm like, "What? You weren't?" She's like, "I looked away." I'm like, "Okay."
I was more sad that Cass had to go through with it and kill him than I was disappointed.
Mm-hmm.
Because I didn't want Cass to have to do that.
I was starting to get a very Whedon vibe off this episode, where you have, it's not nearly to the point where you started caring about Bart, but he was this character, you knew he was a force to be reckoned with, and you just didn't expect him to go out that fast, and then all of a sudden you blink and he's dead, and it's like, what the hell just happened? Like,
yeah,
what was the whole point of building all this up just to have it taken away? And that's something Whedon loves to do, and we've talked about this on other shows, but when Whedon, I think, has nailed that formula down. When you have a character that you're invested in, and it's just like this surprise death, something you're not expecting, it becomes more meaningful. And it kind of did, in a way. It became a little more meaningful here, but not to the way that we were expecting it to.
Yeah, no, I think it was done very well.
I guess, yeah. I don't know. I just thought I was expecting him to be like an antagonist, like Raphael was in season 6. But whatever, he's dead, and now Cass has a following. Again.
Yeah. Seems like we have frozen the live feed, but we're still going for the show. So those of you that are watching, it is not frozen. Where did we leave off? So Crowley, Dean even tries calling Crowley at this point when he's having issues with Dell. They're trying to find Mrs. Tran, and it was before we even met Dell, and Crowley's not even answering for Dean. So we had discussed that he's not answering for Dell, he's not answering for Dean. So what the hell do you think Crowley is actually up to?
Scouring the bottom of the ocean where cell phones don't work.
Sorry, no, I think that he's done that already, or he's waiting to do that while he does something else. I think that I forgot which one of you said it, but he's trying to figure a way to steal the souls from the Veil and bring them to hell.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like a very plausible strategy for him, because he's tried to steal souls before for hell. So I think he might be trying to do that. Maybe sign deals with people who don't want to be stuck there or something.
Yeah. Well, Candy ends up leading Sam and Dean to the storage unit in which Mrs. Tran was located at. But weren't we under the impression that there were 3 people there? There were 3 people held hostage. We never found out anything regarding the third person, right?
True.
I guess not.
Yeah, so do you think that person is still alive, locked in the storage unit, or did they die?
Really good question. I have no idea.
This is a really, really good question.
Yeah, but Dean ended up getting duped by the intern there. Sam ended up getting locked in with Mrs. Tran, also being kind of duped by the intern. He played both of them. And what were you guys expecting Dell to be in on this at that point?
Well,
not entirely.
When they walked up to him, I sort of was like, he's got the same kind of build as the guy who came in Candy's flash, like when she was explaining what happened.
When she pushed his head back like a Pez dispenser.
Pushed his head back.
I'm making more candy puns.
Stop it. Stop.
Okay. I'm done. I won't even talk about.
Well,
I won't even talk about her good and plenty hips.
So I kind of was suspicious of him, and then when he, we see he closed the door with his phone. It was like, yeah, all right, buddy.
Was the other one in on it? The other intern, or was he completely in the dark?
If he was, then he was even lower than an intern. I think he was just a human.
Yeah, because we saw his throat slashed, and he was trying to make the blood call, or he was about to make the blood call.
I think he just kept him around for later when he needed a bowl of blood.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Does it have to be fresh blood? Can they get like that blood at a blood bank if they wanted to?
That's a good question.
I don't know how that works.
They
It's always been
probably like
fresh.
It's always
killing
been,
people
but
too
yeah.
much, so.
Yeah, they do. Demons just love killing people, so they don't really need a reason. They'll just keep somebody around just to kill them because it's fun. But Mrs. Tran, she was pretty resourceful. Were you guys expecting that out of her?
Surprising, but not too surprising. 'Cause it's like she's Mrs. Tran. Of course, she could wire a, electrical device.
Yeah, she's sitting there playing with the ground wires and the whole fuse box. Like, it's like, what? I don't know. It's not very surprising, but I didn't expect it either.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I didn't expect it, but it made sense the way she said it. Like, helping Kevin study for this, you pick up a thing or two.
They were kind of alluding to the fact that, where Sam was kind of alluding to the fact that Kevin was dead, and you saw her attitude just completely change, but she didn't want to hear it, and Sam clearly knew she didn't want to hear it, so he didn't say anything.
Yeah.
But do you think she knew, deep down?
I think so.
I think she kind of
But she
knew,
couldn't.
yeah.
She couldn't let herself think about it.
And do you think that that's why Sam and Dean ended up giving her the kill at the end for the demon? To try to get some of that frustration that's all pent up inside out?
Oh, yeah, also he kept her captive, so.
Yeah.
There is that.
But typically, I don't think
Yeah,
that's
good.
something that they would normally do.
No, probably not.
So,
I think everyone in the room knew.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So then they take Mrs. Tram back to see Kevin. She demanded that she saw Kevin. You knew that they were going to bring her there anyway. So she goes through and she's going through Kevin's personal belongings, and after she realizes that Kevin is a ghost, whatever, she goes through the personal belongings. She
I
finds
think she knew, because if she didn't know, I think she would have run up and tried to hug him.
right, yeah.
She didn't try to touch him at all. I think she knew.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering that myself. I was like, why is she not running up to him? And I was like, I think she knows. But she found the ring, and she's like, this is what he's bound to. So she took the ring home with her. But before that, Kevin made sure to call the boys out. And he clearly told them to cut the bullshit, stop fighting, stop bickering. There's more important things. You guys need to just go back to being Sam and Dean, brother Winchesters. And they're like, yeah, we could do that. We could do that. And then Dean goes to turn around, and Sam's already gone. He already left the room.
Yeah.
Sam clearly wants no part of this.
Yeah.
How long do you think this Cold War is going to last?
A while.
Yeah, I don't know. Sam's not ready to forgive him, and Dean looks like he's still, I don't know. Dean. I'm actually mad that Omi is now on board the Dean hate train, and she wasn't before. It's like, really? Now you are? Not
Really?
Not when he was actually being a douchebag?
Yeah, I don't know why she's so mad now.
She's
Maybe
really
she-
mad now.
I don't know. Maybe she thought I don't know.
I wish
Maybe she thought at the end that it was Dean who just went back. I think maybe when she saw the scene, I think she just saw Dean go back to his room all by himself.
Oh.
I don't think she
Yeah, no,
saw
it
the
was
part where it
Sam.
was Sam who left first.
It was Sam who snubbed who
If I tell her that, she'll
lied.
probably.
Sam basically lied to Kevin.
Yeah, he did. What a dick.
Yeah. Well, he wanted Kevin's last, sight of them to be not full of douchebaggery, but
Mm-hmm.
Indeed. So we got some fun news in store for us next week. Super excited about this for two reasons. The first is the first three words of the synopsis. The Ghostfacers return.
yeah!
How excited?
Ghostfacers! Very excited.
You're singing that like Crossfire.
Is that how they sing Crossfire?
Yeah, that's exactly
well,
how.
that's how they sing Ghostfacers.
Is that? I don't even remember the Ghostfacers
Yeah.
jingle at this point.
That jingle is super catchy.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds just like Crossfire.
Ghostfacers.
You'll get caught up in the crossfire. Don't ask me how that's so clear in my mind, because I couldn't tell you.
I can't even begin. But anyway, Ghost Facers are... I love them and I hate them. Like, the episodes are hilarious, but at the same time, I just facepalm the entire time. So you know what?
But it's like a hilarious facepalm.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's been so long now. When was the last time we saw the Ghost Facers? It hasn't been for like
season
3 or 4 seasons now, right?
Yeah.
Season 3 or
no? They appeared.
4?
They appeared in 4 or 5. I want to say.
Yeah, because it was around the time of Chuck.
It was the Angels were around. I know it for a fact, so it had to be season 5.
Right, you're right.
Because then they did there was a little Comic-Con style, I don't know if it was some kind of convention. It was a supernatural convention of some sort where they showed a video of the Ghost Facers meeting up with Castiel that never actually aired, never was in the show. I think it was just part of a lost episode somewhere. And Castiel was running around freaking them out in their own location. It was in their garage in their house, and he's running from door to, or they're running from door to door trying to escape, and he's just like appearing and walking out of doors everywhere they go, and they're just freaking out. And he ends up breaking one of their framed autographs and then restoring it to prove that he's an angel, and it was hysterical.
I think this is like a perfect time to bring the Ghost Facers back, because now Sam and Dean are gonna have to deal with their ridiculousness while being ridiculous, because they're still in this Cold War that they have with each other. So I think this is like the perfect time to bring them around.
I 100% agree with that. Actually, Archon even says, a good point that he mentioned in chat is they can't fully be brothers again until Dean gets rid of the Mark of Cain. So I actually kind of forgot about the Mark of Cain at this point.
That, because that means he's got to kill Sam. He's the older brother. He has the Mark of Cain. He's got to do it.
Right. So
he's gonna have to do it.
It's gonna be interesting. But the other thing with I don't remember what I was gonna say, but the other part of this episode that we're really excited for is the name of the episode is hashtag Thinman. Hashtag.
Slenderman.
I'm not 100% sure if the hashtag is in there or not. It says it is, but other sources I've seen don't have the hashtag. But yeah, anyway, obviously it seems to be a clear reference of Slenderman.
And this actually makes sense, because if it's a hashtag Thinman, because Marble Hornets are big on the tweets and the YouTubes, so having it linked to the internet is probably a bigger indication that it's Slenderman. I think the Ghost Facers are branching out from ghosts, I think, and maybe are hunting Slenderman.
Could be. And it seems like what the Ghost Facers would do would be to start a hashtag trend.
Yes.
On Twitter to.
Or you know what? Because the way the myth goes in Marble Hornets is they're just shooting a film, and then Slenderman starts following them and fucking with their life. So maybe it's a thing like that happens with the Ghost Facers. They're just filming, and then fuck, they're Slender. Yeah.
I don't know, the synopsis says, a teenage girl, guest star Allie Webb, she's killed, and the final selfie that she took before the attack shows a ghostly figure in the background. Oh, you got the chills already?
I got the chills. I'm sorry. I'm a very big fan of Marble Hornets. So.
Looking for something to keep them busy, Dean and Sam head to Washington to find the ghost. While the two interview the girl's mother, Betty, which is guest star Maria Marlowe. Why does that name sound so familiar? I'll have to look her up in a second.
She's important enough to have a guest star.
Yeah, no, the whole name just sounds really familiar. Anyway, they are surprised when she starts talking about cold spots and the fritzing. When they ask her about bringing up paranormal signs... Yeah, fritzing, I don't know. When they ask about bringing up... That's like the lights on the fritz.
Oh, okay.
When they ask her about bringing up paranormal signs, Betty replies that the supernaturalists in quotes, who called earlier brought it up. Enter Harry, guest star Ryan Moss, and Ed, guest star AJ Buckley, the famous supernaturalists. Yeah. So that is... Apparently they're not going as the Ghost Facers anymore.
Yeah,
they're now the supernaturalists, which I don't necessarily mind. It's the same people, so...
Yeah. I'm gonna miss that jingle, though.
You might still hear it.
Ghostfaces!
You might still hear it.
I can't wait to see Sam and Dean's face when they see them.
I know. It's gonna be beautiful.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good episode, especially if it does turn out to be Slenderman. Because you can do a lot with Slenderman that you can't do with a regular ghost.
Yep.
True indeed.
Yeah, I'm looking through Maria Marlowe's IMDb page right now. Nothing really points out to me. She was on an episode of Smallville, but interesting enough, she was already on an episode of Supernatural, and she played David's wife in the 2007 episode Roadkill.
Who's David?
I don't know.
Wait, Roadkill. I know that episode.
Molly and her husband are driving along a deserted highway at the night when they come across a farmer. That's
Yeah.
my favorite episode.
Yeah,
Or that was my favorite episode up to that point when that started airing. So that's in what, season 2? Yeah, season 2, episode 16, Roadkill.
Is she playing the same character?
No,
No, because didn't that woman die?
she wasn't playing Molly. Was it Molly? Yeah, I guess she was playing Molly, David's wife.
Husband. But I thought the whole thing was they crashed and she died and she was a ghost. Wasn't that the whole plot of that episode?
Right, she's not playing the same character.
Oh, she's not. Oh,
No,
I'm sorry. I thought you said she was.
She's the same actress, but she already
Yeah.
played a different role, so that's
It's
weird.
a different character.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yeah, I don't know.
Doctor Who does that all the time. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I guess.
Just don't ask questions.
I guess. Most people won't notice stuff like that, but
Yeah.
I probably would have. But I probably wouldn't have realized she was from Supernatural. I would have probably just been like, she's so familiar.
It probably would have driven you crazy.
It probably would have. It
That's
probably.
like the first.
I'm gonna forget about this when I go to watch the episode now in a week, and then I'm gonna be like, where is this lady from? So,
That's not the first time they've done this though with Supernatural.
Oh yeah.
The one that comes to mind is the Blue Fairy, Mother Superior from Once Upon a Time. She was in 2 episodes. One in I think like the first or second. No, either the first or second season, and then one a couple seasons later. Both episodes she died.
yeah.
She was like a disposable, death to monster person.
Yeah,
Character.
Archon D even points out the most famous Ghostfacer of all just recently died. Rest in peace, Harold Ramis.
Yeah, that's sad.
Harold
mean
Ramis.
Ghostbuster. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. That means the legendary Ghostbusters 3 probably will not be coming to fruition now. We were promised that it was going to start.
Well, I mean that
very soon.
probably explains why. Like we heard rumors a long time ago, and it's been years since anything's.
A lot of the holdup has been Bill Murray, and they finally just accepted the fact that Bill Murray's not going to return ever. So they wrote him out. And then we found out that Harold Ramis had been dealing with some medical issues in the background as well, and he was really bad in 2011, I believe, and just recently was getting better, and then he had another immune system attack and just recently passed away. So, yeah.
What a downer for the end of this episode.
I know, right? So, I don't know. It doesn't mean we won't necessarily not see a third Ghostbuster movie, but
Yeah.
just won't have Egon in it.
I don't know. I think out of respect, they should put it to bed.
Maybe. I don't know. But, so, what about Candy?
About Candy.
I don't know. I can't even come up with. I can't even come up with.
What about Candy?
I can't even come up with any more candy puns. I was trying to think one to lighten up the end of the episode now, but I already used all my good ones. Edible panties.
Now I got that song stuck in my head.
What song?
Candy Girl.
Oh, is that like Barbie Girl?
No. Just no.
Come on, Barbie, let's go party. Mike, where can the people find you?
Yeah. Sorry, now that's all stuck in my head. They can find me on Twitter at Thilladren, THILLADREN.
Cleo.
You can find me at Cliomoto, these lovely social media sites. And you can find me at Twitch at the Cliomoto.
Ooh, so what is that? We got Twitter, we got Facebook. What is that red squiggly one?
Which one?
The third one?
This one?
Yeah.
Pinterest.
Pinterest, Vine, Instagram, what are those last three?
WordPress, Twitch, Etsy. Although
Uh,
I don't have like fucking anything on my Etsy. I just realized I wrote Pinterest under the Instagram.
Dum dum dum.
Nope.
yeah. Speaking of Dom, you can follow me at Phenomenon. PHENOMEDOM. Yes.
Do 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 do.
Phenomenon.
We need to buy things off your Etsy account.
I only have 2 bracelets up right now, but
Well-
I'm actually gonna start putting cat toys up.
Cat toys.
Yeah. I make cat toys. You wanna see?
Jasper wants to see.
She made one for
Like
Josie, and it's Josie's favorite fucking thing on the planet.
Jasper, you want that? You're sleeping. He's
Oh.
look. He's passed out.
Aw. You're just handling him.
God.
He's passed out.
He doesn't care. Are you kidding me?
Look
Oh
at
my
those
God.
eyes are
Barely
closed.
What a fucking cutie.
He's just like, I'm used to this shit. I'm not waking up.
Okay, say goodbye, Jasper. Bye.
Hi, Jasper.
Oh, he's awake
Now he's
now.
like, what the hell?
All right. So, yeah. Till next week. See you guys later.
Bye.
What kind of ending was that? Jasper's playing with cat toys, sleeping in my arms. We're talking about Ghostbusters. That was the weirdest ending we've ever had.
Ghost faces. I do agree. That is the weirdest ending we've ever had. So I'm going to scope out the house, see if... I'll just be right back.